Good morning, this is Anka Metcalf with Trade Out Loud. This is the pre-market game plan for today, 2/19/2020. It is 8:25 a.m. Eastern Time, and let's begin with gold. Gold has broken out of the 1518 zone that we have signaled last week, and it had a beautiful move into targets. First into the 1590, 1595, 1600 swing projections into the 1610. It is trading right there right now. It made a high today of 1614, thus making a new high for the year. So new high in 2020 for gold. Also, for those of you that are into the swing trading signal services, let me remind you that GLD and GDX all are already achieving targets, and not only, but they're entering into projections. So no micromanaging at that point for those two trades as well. So as of right now, we're looking for a projection higher in GC into the 1620 and 1630. You see the targets right here. These are the immediate swing targets that we're looking at. And like I've mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I am going to leave one lot in for a further extension higher for a core position in gold. No day trades in gold at this moment. We're just going to take a quick look and see how we are structured. So you can see that we had an overnight trading session which was very well balanced with the break over the 1608, which was yesterday's high. Ran into the projection, and you could see the heavy rejection at this point. This is just a pullback within the trend. So at this point, I don't see any opportunities for short-term gold trades, not unless you're using quite a substantial risk. So we really nailed a beautiful break into this 80 zone right here. It was a little bit treacherous because it has been hovering into this 80 for quite some time, but once it broke above the 80 area, this is the area that I'm referring to right here, it started to explode higher. So we're just managing in management mode right now, and we're looking for further extensions higher. So no day trades at this point. Also oil, this is a massive trade that I called. And it was called last week. We had as choppy as it is, we tried to see the signals of the bottom here, and we've noticed this cluster right into the 49 level. And we were the first ones to get into the 50-50 level, and we're now enjoying super profits. And like I said, once we break above this area, we're going to try to reach this 53 zone. So this is beautiful, beautiful moving forward into the 53. Now let me remind you that today is Wednesday, but we are not going to have oil inventories due to the long holiday weekend. So oil inventories will be coming out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. We still have room for projection higher. You can see that the next resistance area is into the 53.40 level. So we still have a little bit of space to fill this void. And then we can expect a little bit of turbulence at this point for possibility for a pullback. So I will update you guys if there are any trail suggestions on oil. But like I said, the bigger picture in oil is actually to extend into the 53 was the first target, and actually into the 55. That is the next cluster of resistance. All right, and let's begin with the futures indices that are lining up for breakouts once again today. In terms of relative strength and relative weakness, we do have Dow that is quite a little bit weaker than Nasdaq. Nasdaq is one of the strongest indices today. It's actually leading with 0.46% to the upside. It's up 45 points. The Dow is also up 80 points, trying to actually recoup some of the losses from yesterday's session, from the New York trading session yesterday, but has not recouped the losses from the overnight trading session from yesterday. So we need to see if we could break over the 300 zone. Now, when we started trading yesterday, I mentioned that if we break over 29,300, we could see an expansion higher. Well, the thing is that we're still trading into the same cluster. So you could see this is yesterday's trading and this is today's trading, the overnight trading session, very, very flat. So the first line for the breakout is going to be the 315. If it trades over 315, then we could see an ascension higher with the first target into the 320 and 326. So they're going to be very, very small targets. If it breaks 326 to 327, we can bring it up into the 370 area for the first target, into 370, 380. And then again here, notice that we're having quite a bit of resistance from some layers. And this represents also a confluence area right here into the 400. So a little bit of price gyration can start within this zone. But if we manage to break over 400, we have a really nice space to fill, and that is into the 460 zone. So I really like it for a breakout for higher. Also, the E-mini S&P is structured in a similar way. It has a bit of advantage compared to the Dow because it already recouped the losses from the overnight trading session from Monday. So from Tuesday, I'm sorry. So with that being said, a breakout over 33.80 may let the price progress higher into the 85 and back into the 89 and 90, which is the prior high. And further, so we do have a little bit of room into these targets, not a whole lot of room. And again, it's not going to be one of those smooth transitions that we had last week and the week before that. But it's going to be a little bit tough, but these are the targets: 85, 89, 90, and going into 92 and higher. Beyond 92, beyond 89 and 92, we have another target into 96 right here. Yeah, so obviously if we break over this 90 zone, I don't think that we're going to have any issue continuing into 96. So this is going to be the high velocity type, the high velocity follow through into the E-mini S&P. All right, let's continue with the Nasdaq, and Nasdaq has been, like I said, the strongest index. And yesterday, I did point out on Twitter, we talked about it actually in the trading room yesterday for a break in Nasdaq, and I was looking at the 28, 29 level, and once it broke above that level, it continued higher into the targets. For the trading session yesterday, we had an ultimate target of 50 and 60, and it actually made it to 55. So it was a really great, fantastic read on the chart. And also for the trading session for today, you could see that I have a resistance level into the 85 level. We also have an all-time high into 87.5. This is resistance cluster zone. We have a lot of elements of resistance into this point, about 4 elements of resistance. And if we break over 87, obviously we're going to start transitioning higher. And the next target has a tradable void. So it's unlike the rest of the indices. We have a tradable void to 97.30. So 97.30. So we do have a lot of room for this next move up. Also, let's continue with Russell. And Russell has a bit of a choppy pattern. What I do like in Russell is the daily chart. So I'll try to ignore all these horizontal lines because these are for day trading, smaller time frames. But I just want you to notice here, this bar down, rotated off the 10 EMA, and right now is trading inside. Well, the bigger picture is going to be the break over 93. So over 93, this has room to go back up for another, let's say, 6 points higher. And going to this pattern here, so the first break is going to be over 91. If it breaks over 91, the next target is 93. It breaks over 93. Remember, this is the daily rotation right here, right? Yeah, 94 around this area right here. So it looks very good for a break for higher. So I really like the structure of it as well. It's not going to be the easiest trade as I see. So in my opinion, the easiest trades, first off, is going to be Nasdaq. Second off is going to be the E-mini S&P. This is all for today. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you with another video tomorrow morning.